the show. USM hits a record high in scholarship donation this year, reaching about 5.5 million awards to students. Stay tuned to find out how much it will help.
A student association on campus has a goal to defeat the stigma centered around addiction. See how they plan to achieve this and spread awareness later on the show.
A law school fair was held on campus last week, hosting booths from various law schools interested in Southern Miss students. Keep watching to get more information on the event.
Later on in the show, we'll also give you the latest in USM sports along with our Player of the Week. All of this and more on SMTV. SMTV News, Wednesday, September 27th, starts now.
From the Chuck Scarborough Television Studio on the campus of the University of Southern Mississippi, this is SMTV News. News you can use.
Hello USM, and thank you for tuning in for another edition of SMTV. I'm Larissa Lee.
And I am Amaya Norman, filling in for Jaterica Wilson. And on this is SMTV News. Here's our top news story for tonight. The University of Southern Mississippi Foundation hits a record high in scholarship donation this year, with the bar raised to $5.5 million in awards. USM Foundation is an organization committed to serving the university community by overseeing fundraising efforts to raise private support for scholarships and other academic needs at Southern Miss. The foundation also provides nearly $11 million in total to support the university, with $5.5 million being awarded to students and scholarships through the GO system. The other half went to support of the academic division, operations, and maintenance of plants, libraries, faculties, and staff support, and many other aspects of the university. The Chief Communication Officer for the USM Foundation, Megan Barks, gave us insight on the mission of the organization.
With the scholarship dollars that we were able to give back. So we support the university every year. Our entire job is to raise funds and build relationships with those alumni and friends to support USM. That's what we do.
For more information on to learn more about scholarships and how the foundation can help, visit usmfoundation.com or contact them at 601-266-5210.
The Shatterproof Student Association aims to defeat the stigma centered around addiction. The panel discussed various reasons why addiction classifies as a disease rather than just a life choice. It focused heavily on addiction being a disease, just like any other disease that we see and recognize. The panel addressed that addiction should not be considered a moral failure, but a disease that alters the dopamine within the brain. The panel included addiction psychiatrist Dr. Richardson, licensed counselor with a specialization in addiction Ms. Moore, peer support specialist Freddie Humphrey, and psychologist and professor Dr. Madsen.
Shatterproof's goal is to reduce the stigma around addiction, promote
high
harm
with the
reduction, and create a reaffirming environment for those who are struggling or in recovery.
If you are interested in learning more about Shatterproof Student Organization, email sophie.denton@usm.edu or samuel.lovett@usm.edu.
Last week was Pre-Law Week, which offered professional and networking opportunities for pre-law students. The law school fair allows students to gather information about select law schools, including Loyola Law School, the University of Memphis Cecil C. Humphrey School of Law, Southern University Law Center, and more. The event was part of the 8th annual Pre-Law Week. This week provides workshops, networking opportunities, and information sessions for students interested in the legal field. Students interested in a career in law should look into USM Legal Studies programs. USM offers a pre-law and paralegal program, both of which are accredited by the American Bar Association. Michelle Smith, JD, Director of the Legal Studies program, on what students gain from this event.
Often don't know who to connect with at these, who the contact person is at these different universities, the process that they would go through, and sometimes it's an eye-opener for someone who's for the first time considering law school, and it gives them the opportunity right here on campus to learn about what these universities have to offer.
Pre-Law Week lasted from September 18th to September 22nd.
USM announced that the former Human Performance and Recreation Building will be the new site of the School of Criminal Justice, Forensic Science, and Security. SM2's Abigail Troth has more on the story.
With the recent announcement of the new School of Criminal Justice, Forensic Science, and Security, students and faculty have gathered to express their excitement. The School of Criminal Justice, Forensic Science, and Security has been based in the small building of Arthur Kelly Hall since the mid-1970s. Now, the building will be based on a new and bigger lot that will feature an academic courtroom, new forensic labs, a designated conference space, and a courtyard for students to relax and study in. $16.6 million will be put into the project, with $570,000 coming from university funds. With this money, the former kinesiology building will be renovated for the first time since 1988. Students and faculty of the department are excited for the benefits that will come with this new building. Many people believe that this will not only bring attention to the School of Criminal Justice, Forensic Science, and Security, but to the university as a whole.
I think the benefits of it really are going to be not just for the criminal justice students right now, but it's also going to be a great tool for faculty and staff for future prospective students who are interested in criminal justice.
The building is expected to be completed in June 2025. The plans for what will become of Arthur Kelly Hall have yet to be announced. Until then, students and faculty will be continuing to hold classes and meetings accordingly in the building. Abigail Troth, SM2 News.
On Tuesday, September 19th, USM Professor Dr. John C. Winters' public history class toured and visited Hattiesburg African American Military History Museum in the 6th Street Museum District. Our reporter Zion Cochran caught up with the class at the museum.
I think they were able to choose this because they were this course around. I don't have the knowledge, but I think they were able to pick which year was
So, good afternoon. I'm SM2 reporter Zion Cochran here at Hattiesburg's African American Military History Museum, where Professor of USM Dr. John C. Winters brought his public history and theory class to learn more about African American military history.
I hope students take away not only the extremely important history of African American military history, service in the history of the United States, but also what it means to actually do public history. What does it take to put on a museum exhibition? What does it mean to interpret something for the broader public, and to think far more critically, far more expansively, and really get a firm grasp on how museums are such important institutions that actually connect with the communities that they serve.
I'm SM2 reporter Zion Cochran, and I'm signing off.
14 hot air balloons made an appearance in Hattiesburg. The nonprofit organization known as RISE hosted their second annual Hot Air Balloon Festival. Huey has more on the event.
One of the nonprofit organizations, RISE from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, held its 2023 Hot Air Balloon Festival. The RISE organization is here to help the community, and the group's executive director, Ms. Linda Narnell, shared the goals and missions of the organization.
RISE is all about helping, offering a hand up for people in need. We try and strive to help them rise to self-sufficiency.
The community came out to enjoy a day in the sun. Things are heating up here in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. I am at the Forest County Multipurpose Center where RISE, a nonprofit organization, has put on their second annual Hot Air Balloon Festival. The festival invited the community out for a night full of food truck vendors, hot air balloons, and live music. The social media director told us a little more on the event.
So this is the 2023 RISE Hattiesburg Hot Air Balloon Festival. And so it's located at the Forest County Multipurpose Center. And so it's a fundraiser to support RISE, so the nonprofit organization known as RISE. And so it's just to raise money for RISE. So
for more information about RISE, you can visit them on their website at www.risenonprofit.org. This is Huey Turles reporting for SM2 News.
For more information on how you can get involved in the community and the organization, check them out on their social media at RISE.
The IME head dance instructor, Amaya comes to USM to engage students with popular Latin dance lessons, such as the salsa, merengue, and bachata in the Pain Center. Hispanic Heritage Month extended from September 15th through October 15th. The Office of Inclusion and Multicultural Engagement strives to promote awareness for the Hispanic, Latino, and Latinx community. The IME provides a range of events to help students become more cultural aware, as well as getting to express their own cultural backgrounds. This past Thursday, students had the opportunity to receive free dance lessons with the cultural dances. IME encouraged students who were hesitant to join in that everyone was welcome, no experience needed. As you can see, many of the students had smiles across their faces as they danced the night away.
I mean, so Hispanic Heritage Month, we don't necessarily celebrate it that much at USM, and I wanted to make sure that our Black and Brown students got an opportunity to be recognized at the university. I want them to make sure they have a space when they come to the university. I want them to indulge and engage in this culture, and I want them to have the opportunity to go outside of their normal every day, and I want them to have the opportunity to do something they've never done before.
State Auditor Shad White stirred up controversy with his proposal to change the way Mississippi funds college programs.
On Wednesday, the state auditor's office released a report that found that quote-unquote high-value programs, such as engineering and healthcare, produced high earners with in-demand jobs, but they typically left the state. People from quote-unquote low-value programs, typically the liberal arts, paid much less, but didn't stick around either. White believes taking money from low-value programs to put towards high-value programs will help the state's economy and make the most of taxpayer money. Critics pointed out that students cover most of the cost of college, not taxpayers, and that the market already drives students to pursue high-value fields. The report only includes earnings from recent graduates, excludes those who continued schooling after graduation. Before the report came out, State Auditor Shad White called liberal arts degrees useless on social media. History professor Dr. Matthew Casey on why liberal arts are so criticized.
And so on the one hand, people will say that these are not important degrees, and at the same time, they will fight so much over the content of a textbook, which shows that these degrees actually are really important.
Chemistry graduate student Macon Martin on balancing passion with practicality when picking a major.
I think it's naive to just kind of ignore the rest of your life when you're just faced with this decision. Well, I like this, but is it going to help me be successful? I think you have to find a really good balance between, how far is it going to get you in life, but also doing something you enjoy.
You can read the full report for yourself online on the State Auditor's website, and you can view the State Auditor Shad White's comments on his Twitter page, @ShadWhite. Simeon Gates, SM2 News.
Coming up after the break, we'll give the latest news on what's happening around the Pine Belt and around the nation with our weekly flash news briefing.
Stay tuned for news and more. Here's a quick look at your USM traffic cam on Hardy Street provided by MDOT.
Adding your own flavor to fashion comes with age.
Okay, Dad, look at you.
Forgetting how to add doesn't. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's. Some things come with age, some others don't.
Are you ready to help your family get prepared for the unexpected?
Here we go!
Ladybug and Cat Noir know how important it is to be ready. Because you never know when Hawkmoth is going to strike, or a disaster will hit. And you don't need miraculous powers. Just put those planning skills you already have to good use. Make a plan that will help you and your family be ready when emergencies happen. Ready Kids can help. Get started at ready.gov/kids.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Welcome back. Here's your Flash News briefing. In state news, the Invisible History Project Magnolia Memories exhibit is coming to Hattiesburg, which will showcase pieces of the LGBTQ+ history from the state of Mississippi. The exhibit will highlight notable LGBTQ+ people, organizations, events in the state from earlier 1800s to the late 1990s. Magnolia Memories will start making its round in Jackson on the 30th of this month before coming to the Spectrum Center in Hattiesburg soon after.
In national news, the Writers Guild of America has reached a tentative deal with studios that could potentially put an end to the writer's strike. The strike, which has lasted almost 5 months, was for better pay and residuals that reflected an ever-changing media and entertainment landscape. After an estimated $1.3 billion loss, studios have offered a deal with the near 11,000 strikers that addresses their concerns. The details of the strike have not yet been publicly revealed, but the spokesperson for the strikes have spoken positively about the terms outlined.
Now in international news, right in Arctic Sea, ice levels have hit an extreme record low. The U.S. National Snow and Ice Data Center made this announcement Monday, adding to concerns scientists have about the impact of climate change on the South Pole. Researchers warn that this could have an effect on penguins' population and others' life in the Antarctic. The lack of white ice also means less light being reflected from the Earth's surface, which can speed up global warming.
Amaya, I'm wondering when fall weather is going to return to the Pine Belt. I'm ready for some cooler temperatures.
Yes, fall weather, but not too sure about the weather in Atlantic, Bethel. How's the weather looking there for the Pine Belt?
Hi Hattiesburg, I'm Bethel Miles bringing you your Hub City weather. It's time to dive into your SMTV forecast for the week. We've got a lot to cover, so let's get started. Today's forecast will bring you a high of 87 and a low of 68. Expect scattered showers tonight though, as there is a 53% chance of rain going into this evening. The weekend there will mostly be cooler evenings and clear skies after today though. You can keep those umbrellas tucked away because those rain chances are sitting at a beautiful 0%. Heading into our 5-day forecast. Thursday, just like most of the week, will be absolutely gorgeous, mostly sunny with a 0% chance of rain. A high of 87 and a low of 68 moving into the weekend. Temperatures are going to stay about the same. Our Friday forecast calls for partly cloudy with a high of 90 and a low of 66, very similar to the substantial weather patterns we've been having all week. Saturday, we're looking at a mostly sunny day with a high of 91 and a low of 64, ending the weekend, and excuse me folks because I'm starting to sound like a tape recorder. Sunday we'll have a high of 91 and a low of 65. Here's your rain chances for the next 7 days. Though it's nothing to really worry about, expect the highest rain chances tomorrow at around 7% and Tuesday at an even lower 3%. In other words, you won't be needing your umbrella next week. Next, Southern Miss Weather brings you your game day forecast. Yes, temperatures are looking at a little toasty at around 90 degrees with a mostly sunny forecast. So whether you're in the stands cheering on Southern Miss or you're at home with the family, make sure to keep that sunscreen close, and good luck to our Golden Eagles. Now, I'm Bethel Miles, and this has been your weather forecast. For Hattiesburg, stay tuned for more weather updates. And I love you guys. Have a great day. The next couple of weeks going into this weekend, we're going to be around about 90 to 85 degrees, and those lows are going to sit at about 60 at night. So it's going to be very beautiful weather for this upcoming week.
Very great weather. I love the weather.
Well, thank you, Bethel. And we still have 4th Street Sports and SM2 Community Counter left in the show. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere, and Southern Miss TV will be right back.
If you're watching this with your friends, you'll probably make a joke.
Because you know what you feel on the inside
isn't what you want people to know.
If you have to pretend to be happy,
find someone you trust and tell them.
If you get mad at things and you don't know why, or have thoughts about hurting yourself,
find someone you trust and tell them.
You are never alone when you share.
Seriously, people care about you.
It's okay to not understand what you're feeling.
And it's easy to think that you're all alone.
But you don't have to be.
You're never alone when you share. Don't be ashamed to tell someone you trust what you're feeling.
You're not alone.
You are not alone.
Find someone you trust and tell them.
Tell a parent.
Tell a teacher. Tell a brother or sister.
Or just tell a friend.
You haven't done anything wrong.
Talk to someone.
Talk to someone.
It's how things get better.
If words were enough, I would help you bear your burden. I would watch each child of yours grow strong and true. Teach them to read and to write and to sing, so that their voices be forgotten nevermore. If words were enough, I would sate your hunger, and you would know you are my sister, my brother, my child. If words were enough.
Good afternoon, Golden Eagles. Welcome to 4th Street Sports Recap. I'm your reporter, Zion Cochran, and I'll be giving you the scoop on all things sports for the week, and it's jam-packed. First things first, on Sunday, September 24th, at the Southern Miss Soccer Complex, the Golden Eagles faced off against the South Alabama Jaguars. Although there was a weather delay due to lightning in the area, that couldn't stop the Golden Eagles as they defeated the Jaguars with a score of 2-1. This victory improves the record for the Golden Eagles to 5-4-1 overall and a 2-0-1 tie in the Sun Belt Conference. This win follows a previous victory on Thursday when Lexi Griffin scored her first career goal, giving the Golden Eagles a 2-1 win versus Troy University. The Southern Miss soccer team will now head to Norfolk, Virginia to face the 2022 SBC Conference champions on Old Dominion on Sunday, September 30th at noon. This game will be available for streaming on ESPN+. On to volleyball. On Friday, September 22nd, the Golden Eagles suffered a tough loss in Mobile, Alabama versus the South Alabama Jaguars, despite taking an advantage by winning the first set. The Golden Eagles could not hold back the Jaguars. The Jaguars responded with 3 straight set victories. The Golden Eagles are now 0-2 in the Sun Belt play. Southern Miss will stay on the road in Alabama as they head to face the Troy Trojans next weekend on September 29th and 30th. Both games will be televised on ESPN+. Last but not least, On to the gridiron. The Golden Eagles are now 1-3 and 0-1 in conference play after a devastating loss to the Arkansas State Red Wolves. The final score was 44-37. The Golden Eagles were 7-point favorites versus the Red Wolves in the losing effort. Red Wolf quarterback Jalen Raynor accounted for 5 touchdowns, 2 rushing and 3 passing. Meanwhile, Golden Eagle running back Frank Gore had 20 carries for 132 rushing yards and a touchdown. Quarterback Billy Wallace had 2 passing touchdowns, completing 20 of 36 passes. The Golden Eagles' next challenge lies ahead at Saturday at home as they go up against Sunbelt West opponent, the 3-1 Texas State Wildcats. Make sure you come and support your Golden Eagle football team at 6 p.m. this Saturday. Finally, your 4th Street Player of the Week is sophomore Alex Williamson, who scored her first collegiate goal, which was unassisted, leading the Golden Eagles to victory over the Arkansas State Red Wolves. Congratulations, Alex Williamson. I am Zion Cochran, and this has been your 4th Street Sports for the week, powered by SM2 Media. If you want to stay in the game, visit sm2media.com or catch 4th Street Sports and the Student Prince on 4th Street Sports on WUSM 88.5 FM every Monday at 5 p.m. and every week on SMTV. I'm Zion Cochran, and I'm signing off. Peace!
Thank you, Zion, and we have a new face on the community calendar. Hey, Dondria, can you tell us what you've got for the community this week?
What's up, you beautiful faces of Hattiesburg? My name is Dondre Burrs, coming to you with the upcoming events happening in the city of Hattiesburg and around the campus of USM. Have you ever wanted to sip some rum while sitting under the sun? Come out to the Hattiesburg Zoo on Friday evening of September 29th, where they will be holding their 2nd annual event, Rum Under the Sun, from 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. The night will be highlighted with Caribbean foods and music, a splash pad to keep guests cool, and a cool limbo contest to see how low can you go. Admissions are $15 for tickets, $20 at the gate if available. Come out to enjoy for ages 21 and older. For more information about this event, visit tickets.hattiesburgzoo.com. On the same night, our awesome Golden Eagles have some amazing talents to present to you for your entertainment. There'll be amazing vocals, awesome dances, and so much more. This event will be held at the Bennett Auditorium for September 29th from 7 to 9 p.m. Admissions are free, so you wouldn't want to miss it. Students especially, clear your calendars for a night to unwind and enjoy the USM Got Talents. The School of Leadership of Southern Mississippi is holding the events Cruising on the Coast on the day of October 2nd from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the university's Gulf Park campus in Long Beach, Mississippi. Events will showcase automobiles and other fun things. This will allow an awesome opportunity to step out and meet new people and mingle for the evening. Light refreshments will be provided, free for admissions. The School of Media and Communications are opening an opportunity for creative students to win a $500 scholarship. Only 2 students will be rewarded. You can create a short video showcasing your If You Know USM moments. Just email your awesome masterpieces to soc@usm.edu by the date of October 9th. You won't want to pass this opportunity. If you have an event you would like for us to promote, send it to sm2news@usm.edu. Be sure to check out our Southern Miss Today, Monday through Thursday at noon on WUSM 88.5. Also, pick up the latest edition of the Student Prints around campus, and make sure to keep tuning in to SMTV. Visit our website at sm2media.com to keep up with our news. I'm Dondre Burrs, and this has been your community calendar.
Thank you so much for watching SMTV. Make sure to visit our social media page and like and follow and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Southern Miss Student Media. And if you would like to submit a news tip, email us at sm2news@usm.edu.
Also, Amaya, if you would like to advertise with SM2 Media, please reach out to Josh Wilson at joshua.wilson@usm.edu.
You can find all these stories and more on our website, sm2media.com. That's it for SMTV. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you next week. Southern Miss
to the top.